Here we go. Whoop, whoop. Ah! Hello, Anne.
We are live. Oh, so many birthday wishes already. Yay.
So much love.
I'm excited.
So much love.
I am honored that she's spending her birthday with us.
I am too. I can't think of a more, I'm happy we get to celebrate all Yaritza.
I couldn't say no. But I'm super excited, and I just know we're going to have a whole bunch of fun. I definitely have my tablet ready to draw. So this will be my first time drawing on my tablet.
You are fearless.
Nice.
Way to go all in.
Yes. I had to do it. If you're going to do something, you have to do it right.
Agreed. Hello, Stacy. Welcome. And Tracy. We have some new Doodle and Chat friends with us.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
We'll give everybody a few minutes to find us, and then we'll get this literal party started. My husband is here again, so I have to say, hi, Dave. Welcome.
I love when Dave pops in.
He's a hoot. Moral support. Husband support.
Hi, Trina. Hi, Trace. My best friend is here as well.
Ah, really? That's so awesome.
Hi, Jen. Jen is on. Okay. Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
And you have support team here too, Mandy? Rob?
Yep.
Who is your best friend, Yaritza?
Poor Dr. Tolen. Trina is here.
Nice.
I feel like everyone that signed on is my best friend. So my actual best friend is signed on right now. And then Tracy is signed on, and Anne and Jen. And I'm just like, and Holmes. I didn't even see that Holmes was signed on. Stephanie Holmes. It's like all of my best friends are on.
And we have Lindsay Foster here. And the Lieben family is here. Do you know, are you connected with Jen Lieben at all, Yaritza?
Yes, that's the illustrator for my book. That's
oh my gosh, that's right.
That's why my Jen is signed on.
Oh my God, that's such a Carrie thing for me to do. And I literally saw her speak last night, and she showed your book. I'm like, duh. Now I'm red. Oh. That's okay. I embrace my Carrieism.
I love your Carrieism.
It's been a journey to not be embarrassed about some of, yeah. All right, friends, we're going to go ahead and get started. We are super excited that you are all joining us. Giddy, like I was texting Mandy before, and I'm like, I'm so excited for tonight. I'm so excited for everybody. I am Carrie Baughcum. My pronouns are she, her, and this is Doodle and Chat, where we chat and doodle and connect with our friends to create all kinds of who knows else what fun. And I'm here with
Mandi Tolen. My pronouns are also she, her, and I am very excited to be here tonight to celebrate Yaritza.
And before we get started on Doodle and Chat, I want to share a little bit about this incredible woman that is with us. Yaritza Villalba is an educator whose journey has taken her from social studies teacher to lead teacher in an alternative high school to founding president of YV Educational Resources to host of the FlipGrid series called Ask Yaritza to current assistant principal and now author and new mom. Her energy, fashion, food shares, her new book, McKenzie's Time Machine, Ask Yaritza, and her relentless passion, paired with her curricula she's developed, workshops that she gives, and deep passion for her students, Yaritza strives to provide us, teachers, and students with everything that we need to be the very best that we want to be, with strategies and materials that are going to help us be the most be the best in our educational process. And we're just so excited to have you here with us tonight, Yaritza.
Yay.
And Carrie, I think that was like the best introduction I've ever had. So like, I'm going to like record and just use it, but I'm super excited to be here. As I mentioned, like, first of all, I don't really doodle. I scribble. So even when Carrie said, can you join me and Mandi? And I was like, it's my birthday, but of course I can't say no to you. So I'm super excited to share this opportunity and experience with you guys.
We're absolutely giddy that you're here with us on our birthday. So it's like a double celebration. We get to talk all about you. Mandi's going to share a little bit about how people can join in with us.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So Carrie has in front of her a bowl. We call it the bowl that knows. And Carrie's going to be drawing some questions out. Some of these are about Yaritza. Some of these are kind of just for fun. And as we draw these questions out, Carrie and I and Yaritza will be drawing about her responses. But you can join in by either drawing Yaritza's responses or you can draw your own responses to it. And when we're finished, we would love for you to share it out on the hashtag Doodle and Chat.
And as an extra bonus, anybody who is here and then also shares out or watches later and also shares out their Doodle and Chat on Twitter using hashtag Doodle and Chat, we are going to send you a signed copy of Yaritza's book, McKenzie's Time Machine. So we're super excited to have that giveaway for people. So that's an extra added bonus. We know that Yaritza loves swag, so we thought we would share your awesomeness with everybody who's here with us tonight.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Of course. All right. So Mandi and I are going to turn our cameras on, or at least I guess I'll turn us on. I mean, I'll turn the cameras on. Oh, and Raina Friedman's here, our last guest. Yay!
Hey, Raina.
And I saw
we've got a great group tonight.
I know, and I saw Carla pop in too. All right, so I'm going to pull our first question from the bowl that knows. And I'm also probably a pen would help, I'm thinking. All right, here we go. I'm so excited for these questions. All right, Yaritza, how many slices of pizza can you eat in one setting?
It depends. If I have a craving, then probably about 3 slices. And it also depends on who makes the pizza, right? So we know Domino's pizza is like this big. Mm-hmm. So I can eat about 4 or 5, especially if it's included with wings, because I'm kind of greedy. But if it's your old-fashioned Brooklyn pizza shop, then it's just 1 large slice. So it truly depends. Cravings, I don't know. I'm like a different person when I crave things. Yeah, I don't know.
It does make a difference, because like if you asked me how many slices I could eat, I would ask you how many deep dish slices are you talking, because that's Chicago, right? Whereas you got the Brooklyn thin crust, right? The nice, like the one that's as big as your head, right?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, it costs like $10 now for a slice, but it's huge. It's worth it. It's authentic. It's fresh. It's Brooklyn, But Domino's is like, I could eat a lot of the Domino's slices.
Agreed. What do you like on your pizza?
I was getting ready to ask the same thing.
I'm a pepperoni lover. Pepperoni, extra cheese.
Nice. That's my husband. What about you, Mandi?
I like a good supreme pizza with everything except for mushrooms because they're gross. Or I like a barbecue chicken pizza.
Ooh, that's yummy too.
Oh, that sounds great.
I'm pretty much open to everything. I'm okay with mushrooms only because my dad used to make us have them on our pizza because he liked them. So I'll tolerate them. But I like to be adventurous sometimes with my pizza. We had pizza once with some friends, and it was what was it? And I really don't like pineapple on my pizza, but I tried it, and because we had peppers on it too, like the spicy ones, and that was just delicious with the sweet and the spicy.
I'm reading the comments.
I know. So the pizza that you fold in half, yep, that's a good kind of pizza.
Yes. And the bestie knows that I'm a foodie. I love food. So, Carrie, for you to even begin with like a food question.
Well, we seriously joke, and that we seriously, like, Mandi and I talk about this all the time, how blown away we are that the bowl knows. Like, it just seems to just give us questions. It's really weird. But it just seems to know the questions we need. I'm draw some pepperoni on here. I just cannot find a marker that is not running out.
I think my pizza slice looks weird. Can you guys see it?
Your pizza slice looks great.
Look at that. You've got the layering and everything. That's fabulous.
That's a crispy crust.
That is a crispy crust. My Annabeth loves a crispy crust, like almost burnt. My husband would joke that I do too. But we like a crispy pizza.
Yeah.
Just realized I was drawing white frosting on a white background, and you could not see white frosting on a white background. So we're going to give you a different color frosting.
Well, and because of the birthday cake, I'm like, Mandi, there's not frosting on pizza. But if you say so,
there is,
I'm not going to tell you there's rules.
Cinnamon and the frosting on it, because we used to eat at a pizza place that had a buffet. And on the buffet, they had this really good cinnamon streusel swirl pizza. And my kids, when they were younger, that's the first pizza they would get. And I would have to insist that they at least eat something that has some protein in it before we jump right to the cinnamon swirl pizza, which was delicious, by the way.
Have you guys ever like tried mustard on pizza?
No, I love mustard too.
Oh, I love mustard on pizza.
Was
I
it
like the little spice?
It tastes so good. It's like the tanginess. It's just so good. I thought it was just like, because I just had McKenzie 6 months ago, and I thought it was just like a pregnancy thing. But no, it really tastes good. Mustard.
We have a local pizza place that makes a cheeseburger pizza. And so it has the tomato sauce on it. And then after they hamburger, pickles, onions, cheese, and then they put mustard on top of it.
Wow.
And it's really good.
That sounds good.
Straight up yellow mustard, Yaritza. None of the fancy stuff, right?
Yeah, straight up yellow.
I'm going to have to try that.
You have to try it, and then you have to let me know.
I will let you know.
Ranch dressing?
Ranch dressing, yeah.
Yes, I love ranch dressing with pizza too. That's a yum.
Oh, no. I don't know.
Yes. Especially if you got a little bit of that garlic with the pizza and everything. It's good. We've got a couple ranch dressing people here.
I don't like ranch.
Oh, you don't like ranch?
Ranch makes everything happy. My kids would agree with that ranch makes everything happy.
Really? I don't know. I've seen some commercials and they like dress broccoli with ranch, and they're just like, give this to your kids. And I'm like, yeah, no. I don't know if Mackenzie's going to eat ranch because I don't eat ranch.
Endure the broccoli. You get no dressing.
Right.
Eat your greens.
That's exactly how I'm going to be.
Are we ready? Mandi, are you ready for the next question?
I am ready. I am ready.
Right,
I was trying to fix the happy birthday.
I love it. All right, let's see what else the bowl knows. Oh my gosh, we're getting into all the random questions, but I love it. Okay, I'm excited for this one actually. If you were a scratch and sniff sticker, what would you be?
Whiskey.
Nice, yes.
Whiskey.
Straight up or on the rocks?
Straight up. It's that bold, like that bold smell that just like clears your whole chest and gets your full attention.
Nice.
Definitely whiskey. But literally the audience, I just want to see in a chat, what scent would you guys be? I want to see this.
I know. I'm also kind of interested. If you had to be a scratch and sniff sticker, what scent would you be?
Bourbon.
Nice, Rob.
Good one, Rob. I
Love
like
it.
it.
Jaeger. We know Steph wants a Jaeger bomb. You were not kidding when you said we were going to. Tea tree. That's more like relaxing. Okay.
Yep.
Blueberry
Well,
muffins. Now I'm hungry again.
And thirsty.
Great.
All right. I was trying to go for a nose. I don't know. That doesn't look like a nose. Maybe it needs a face to go with the nose. That's
Katrina,
what we'll do.
she's sleeping. You said, where's McKenzie? She's sleeping.
Oh, peach iced tea. I wonder what that would smell like. I love to drink peach iced tea. I like to smell peach. So,
I can smell that. Ramen. What flavor ramen? It's chicken, beef, shrimp, ginger.
Oh, that was Iggy. That was her son. So yeah, what flavor, Iggy?
Peaches.
Just peaches. Nice and sweet.
Coffee.
Yes, I'm with
Oh.
you, Jen. Mm-hmm.
all day long.
All day.
All day. All day long.
Coffee. Have you guys had coffee ice cream?
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know that I've tried it yet. I bet you it's yummy.
I think so.
Katrina says fresh laundry. I do love the smell of fresh laundry. When you're outside walking and the dryers are giving off the scent, that's awesome.
Yeah. This is like making me hungry, more thirsty, and wanting me to like do my laundry.
And have a cup of coffee, but not do it because then we'll never sleep.
Oh God.
I feel like it would have to be like a whiskey glass, the sticker shaped, and I put the little, I don't know, the stirrer in it. It says attention, because you said that, you drink it and it's like, pay attention to me.
Yes. Yes. Meanwhile, mine looks like a mug. Mine looks like a broken mug.
It's okay.
If I can make it fit.
What are you drawing, Mandi?
Well, I was trying to draw a little cup of whiskey with the person smelling it. To kind of get the scratch and sniff idea. I was going to try to draw like the finger scratching. It wasn't working out. So we nixed the finger.
It became a face.
Well, so I started with a nose and that didn't work out either. So I put the nose on a face. And so we tried some things. We just tried some things.
Shot glass.
Oh my goodness. So much fun.
My cheeks.
All right, I'm going to keep going. We got pizza and whiskey so far. I think those are Doodle and Chat first. Woohoo!
This is a party.
That's right. Definitely clicking the
Right.
not for children button on the YouTube. Oh boy, here we go. I love this question. The bowl is giving us a theme, 400% sure. Born in Panama, you live in Brooklyn. If you could create a Panama Brooklyn fusion plate of food, what would be on it?
All right, this is a long list.
Fill us up, lady.
All right. I would definitely have tamales, right? But it has to be Panamanian style tamales. Like we've learned how to make tamales from Mexico, Mexicans. But what we do is we grind the corn up. And it almost looks like potatoes, but we grind it up and then we stuff it with meats and vegetables. And then you boil it. So I would definitely say tamales would go on the plate. Because I'm from Brooklyn and because like every other corner there's a Chinese restaurant, I would definitely have some fried wings.
From a Chinese restaurant?
Yes, our Chinese restaurants have fried wings. crab sticks.
I think I'm getting my wings from the wrong place.
Yes, wonton, dumplings. Carrie, I said I was a foodie, right? Don't let me go
I knew that. No joke, though. Bringing it.
Yes. So I would definitely have tamales. I would have fried wings. This is like so hard because I'm trying to picture like the standard size of a regular plate and not a buffet. Yes,
you have two hands.
True. See, Stephanie's from Brooklyn. She knows about the fried wings.
I just have never bought fried wings from a Chinese place before.
Yes.
Ever.
It's well seasoned. It's fried crispy. It's the best. You could dress it with some barbecue sauce and hot sauce and what we call mumbo sauce, which is like this sweet, tangy sauce. Oh, don't get me started. Okay. Let me go back to the plate, right? I would say empanada.
Oh, yum.
But beef empanada.
Wing is not going well. Oh, that looks like a chicken wing or whatever. I don't know what that looks like. And the empanadas are the ones that look like they're folded, like little, like folded pillows, right? They're like in a moon shape kind of, or like a half a circle.
Like a half a moon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The meat.
So a half a moon. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think it has like the lines because they use the fork probably to.
Yep.
Don't know if I have a good dough color there. So fried wings.
And then all the dipping sauces, she said, that just made my mouth water.
Listen, it's
serious food.
For yes. Well, you know, I use that loosely, but it's definitely type for. I can't draw a wing. So what if I draw like a live chicken? But what if my chicken doesn't look like a chicken?
Well, sometimes some cheats that I like to use is I might draw like a plate, which is a circle, right? And your plate could say something. Like you could draw a talk bubble like, I like wings.
I don't know.
You're bringing it. I love it.
I'm trying.
You really are. That's fabulous. I love it.
It does look good. I mean, here you've got my wing, and I'm not sure about that wing.
But I love the flats, so that's like right on point. Look at that.
So we'll have to put a little texture on the wing, maybe. I don't know. The empanada needs some stuff, right? Like we need some stuff coming out of the empanada.
And she said meat empanada.
Yeah, beef.
Oh, beef. Sorry.
Yeah, beef empanada, you know, well seasoned with sazon y adobo, sal y pimienta. Oh, with some onions, minced garlic. I'm so hungry now.
Those are my dipping sauces. They're not like weird mushrooms. So,
well, and Mandy and I will be out to Brooklyn tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, I thought that was sushi, Mandy.
Could also be sushi. It's fine. I always tell Carrie, the reason that you include me in this is because people can see, like, here's what happens when you really can't draw some things. So.
Oh, no, you can definitely draw. Oh.
I tell her the same thing about I think we're all our own worst critics, seriously. Like you just gotta dive in, right?
We are. I drew a menu. That was a great idea.
Oh, that is great, Lindsay.
That's a really good idea.
The whole theme could have been a menu if we would have known what the bowl was gonna give us.
Really.
It could have been the menu, could have been Yaritza.
Rob, I agree. I definitely agree that Anne should FlipGrid the progress of the doodle.
Yes.
That would be awesome. All right, I'm going to write just one more last word, and then I'm going to pull, and let's see what else the bowl. What are food? I don't know if there's any more food related questions.
Oh, Anna's getting fancy. Sketches and layers and Tracy.
Ooh.
Fancy.
The bowl really knows you, because this is another random question. I did not plan these, but wow. What fashion style would you like to bring back? And I know you're about food, but you also love your fashion too.
I don't know, because everything is so Brooklyn, New York itself to me is the fashion mecca, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to do Regents Prep, and I used to say sneakers come out in the East before they come out in the West. But I always correlated that with immigration. New immigrants came to the East, old immigrants went to the West. But anyway, so even with fashion, I think about what has been brought back now, which is the bell-bottom pants.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, someone's really wearing this. And then last month when I was going to Panama, I was shopping, and the only thing that I was looking for was bell-bottom pants. So I think that the one thing that I would bring back has already been brought back. It lets my ankles breathe.
Yes.
Lets my ankles breathe.
Yes.
Agreed. And it allows the pants to drag without me really having to think of the fact that it's getting dirty, because I'm like, this is the style. So definitely bell-bottom pants.
And they definitely elongate things, right? And they accent all the right parts.
And they're high-waisted, so just it holds everything in, I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Anne's
wheels are turning.
Yes, Anne and Rob. Yes, Anne and Rob. I love it.
And I will talk to you after the show. That would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yes, I love it. And if you need some help with creating it, Carrie, let me know.
Oh no, we
100%.
just shoes. It's up to the shoes. Oh no.
And you have to get some bell bottoms, and let's just all wear maternity pants. I tried to wear my maternity slacks 2 weeks ago. And what I realized was it doesn't hold up anymore on my stomach.
Oh,
so
they don't, do they?
It didn't work for me, Jen. It definitely did not work for me.
Yeah, they let out. They don't push in.
That's it. Sure.
Oh, those bell bottoms are that they don't really come together in the right place, but they look cute on paper. I'm not quite sure what my hanger could hold. Maybe something.
These are cute. Nancy, I love your sneakers.
Well, you had also mentioned sneakers, so they need some bottoms on them here. We'll put some little sneaker bottoms on them.
You were brave. Sneakers went in my head, and then I thought, and no, can't draw.
Well, I'm not saying they're great, but they're there. So you got some
enter my head though.
They're okay, and they're breathing. So we have some breathing ankles.
Nice. She did say that.
She did. So I was like, definitely have to have some breathing ankles on this one.
This is therapeutic. We keep telling folks make sure you have coloring books in the classroom, and for SEL purposes, make sure you give students a chance to color, or adults color. And I'm just sitting here on my birthday, I'm on Doodle and Chat. I see all of my close friends supporting this live experience. I'm drawing and I'm having fun.
Yay.
That couldn't make us any happier that you said that.
I'm having fun.
So are we. So much.
Yes, we are having a lot of fun.
And I love it. We're gonna have to steal that line from her. A drawing experience.
Yeah.
I'm gonna note that. Copyright, Yaritza. We'll pay all the copyright fees to Yaritza whenever time we say those words. Drawing experience. I'm actually gonna write that out. We get really good ideas at Doodle and Chat. That's another thing. Like the more you like what you said, right? You calm down, your mind kind of gets a little lost, and it just really lets other ideas enter, right? Which is super fun.
Yeah.
It is very relaxing. I love just spending an hour drawing. It's so much fun.
I love it. Like I said, this is my first time really using my tablet for that purpose. Who would have thought that I would be using my Surface Pro for this?
Nice.
When I got it, it was just more of, I needed something that could fit in my bag and it's not that heavy. And now
look at you. Look at you go.
Bam.
And listen, I am with you with the hashtag short people probs. Listen, this girl does not fit into bell bottoms either. Like it looks like the bell bottom starts at my hip. I'm not kidding. Like, there's just not enough leg on me to make that bell bottom work like it's supposed to.
But Tracy said that she has a costume with peace signs and smiley faces on her bell bottoms. I have to see those. You have to post those and tag.
Oh my goodness. So much fun. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Ooh. Of all the ways to document life with students, share learning, your pregnancy, what continues to drive your connection with FlipGrid, and why FlipGrid?
When I began with FlipGrid, this is when I get serious, right? I had to just like, when I began with FlipGrid, I think the best part about it was I could encourage my students to just be themselves. It wasn't me saying you had to do this video. It was me saying you have so many different ways of presenting your work and showing your work that you should take advantage of this, right? So you don't necessarily have to show your face or your background. You can literally put up a board. You can type on it. You can upload a video that you already made somewhere else, like iMovie, and just integrate it onto FlipGrid. What I realized was more and more when I began to use it with students, I was like, hey, adults need this. And that's when I began, I think I did like a 3-part series, and my best friend Katrina, she had helped me with this, where I was just like, okay, 100 educators from all around the world. If you want to do anything with FlipGrid, we're going to help you out. SEL, parent engagement, student engagement. And then as I was helping out other teachers, I realized I could really use FlipGrid for anything. Once I got pregnant, I started to reflect on the fact that my family had left from Panama when I was 3. And a lot of our photos and a lot of those, I guess, those documents that I would have had if we stayed in one place were lost. And I didn't want McKenzie to experience that. I wanted to be able to document my pregnancy as much as possible. And so months later, after, being pregnant, I was just like, it's time for me to record myself just saying good morning to McKenzie and letting her know, hey, I just had a doctor's appointment and this is what they said. That way, when she gets a bit older, she gets to see exactly what I experienced. There was a time I remember I recorded and I was just like, yeah, this is you. You're like hurting mommy's stomach. Daddy went to get me something to eat. We're in Long Island. And I'm just like showing her my belly. And I'm like, you're right here. So my hopes are just that when she gets older, she gets to see it. And it's a live video. So you get to hear my voice. A lot of our experiences and our accomplishments, what we go through, sometimes I don't believe that a photo would do it justice. When I was pregnant, there was a lot of emotion, right? I was happy. Sometimes I was sad. I believe I cried over cookies. At one point, I cried over chocolate because my boyfriend bought me chocolate and then he ate it. And I woke up that next morning and I went looking for the chocolate. And he's like, in the middle of the night, because you didn't eat it, I kind of ate it, but I can go to the store now. And I was like, that is not what I want to hear. So I just want McKenzie to just bond with me and to know, hey, this is what I experienced. This is what it was like. And all the while, I loved you and I anticipated your birth. And so I continue to use FlipGrid because one, it's accessible. Two, it just, to me, it just brings out the authentic Yaritza. I'm able to just talk to myself. I'm able to talk to McKenzie even before she was here. I believe when I got pregnant, I also did a gender reveal using FlipGrid. And I had asked all of my friends on Twitter, like, what do you believe I'm going to have? Do you believe I'm going to have a girl or a boy? That's another experience that I'm able to show McKenzie. I always feel like people already know McKenzie. Sometimes, my friends on Twitter like, hey, how are you? And how is McKenzie? And they never physically met her. So it's just this idea of creating a community, creating a family that's bigger than just my blood relatives. So who are, the people that I call my PLN? And these are the people who I guess has been on this FlipGrid journey with me. FlipGrid is something that I will always use as a platform that I will always promote because it still enables folks to be authentic. It's a free platform and they're just for every single educator,
Mm-hmm.
Use it like on every device. So why not?
Love it.
I told you this answer was going to be long. I had to get serious for this
I
one.
had to take a deep breath because I felt like I felt your life moving through the camera. I was like, am I going to get teary? And I almost did. Like it's really deeply connected to you, and more than just this technology way, And I remember being on Mentor Roundtable with you, and you sharing some ideas when you were working in the social studies class in the high school, right, with the underserviced over aged students, and you would share some of their where they were in life. And it was just, we forget that not every student, sits in my classroom and, has everything that they need, but that you still were able to connect with them on FlipGrid with your dance videos in the unique way. But FlipGrid was accessible to them no matter where they were and what part of their life. They could still be there. They could still be part of you, and share their part of them. And and then, so when you started talking, I feel emotional just, drawing it. It's a wonderful connection, I think, that you have with it.
You can't make me cry on my birthday. That has
well, that's true. I'll cry then. It's easy to make me cry. I'll cry for you.
Okay, and I was going to ask how you spelled it, but Anne typed it in there because my daughter's middle name is McKenzie, and that is exactly how we spell it too.
Yeah?
Yeah, McKenzie, is that right? Yeah, that's exactly how we spell my daughter's middle name.
Fun.
Whew. I felt that one.
Right? I know. That was unexpected. That was not... There's a couple feeling ones in there. That wasn't the one that I thought would be it.
I felt that one. I felt it.
That's special, though. That's good.
I always say, like, when you're passionate about what you do, you really feel it. And FlipGrid allowed me to really get to my students, especially during a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
It really allowed me to further understand their circumstances. Because, when we're in a school, the kids escape from their homes, right? So you don't really see their backgrounds. You don't really hear the other kids that's in the house. You don't really have to think about the fact that they're sharing a device. During a pandemic, I was just like, wait, you can't do what? Because who's doing what? And it's how many of you guys in a house and what kind of situation? And, oh, you're not home, but you're in a shelter. So it really allowed me to be flexible, and it really opened up my way of thinking. And just making sure that I create a lot of the work around the needs of my students. And it was basic needs that we tend to forget when we're in a classroom.
Agreed.
Ooh, Lord. I feel like I was just on a FlipGrid commercial. What's the lady's name? Flo?
but not the most recent one. The most recent one where they're like, tell me about this insurance company. And then she does. And she's like, sleeping baby, go ahead. Not that one. Not that commercial.
Yes. And Anne shared too that that you also have been a leader in sharing resources to educators and a support of the culture responsive teaching, and super creative and outside the box ways, to do those things. And that's also another part of FlipGrid that you've been a part of too, which is amazing.
Yes. With the Yaritza series, my excitement when FlipGrid had asked me to actually do the series and to be able to just collect resources and to discuss culture responsive teaching with other educators around the world was just like jaw dropping. But also I knew that it was work that needed to be done. And so I was very serious about it. I was very serious as to who I wanted to interview. I was very serious as to what books I wanted to introduce to the community, because I knew that everything had to be done with intent and good intent, because I knew that even if the Yaritza series just stops, folks are still going to use that as a resource. So just getting the opportunity to do that with FlipGrid and being able to hear the stories from other educators was just, I guess, the best experience I've had yet.
Well, and to be part of, to partner with a company that makes that an important thing also just validates your use of it in your classroom,
Yeah.
If you almost getting into tears talking about it wasn't, a commercial enough, or it wasn't enough of a selling point, how deeply, what it's done for you,
I love it. And I got to meet Anne.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who doesn't want to meet Anne? I speak
Amazing.
to Anne all the time. She has become one of my good friends. The FlipGrid community is very supportive beyond just social media. So
awesome.
Sometimes folks ask me about it. I'm just like, that's my second family. I speak to these people almost every day through phone, by phone, through text. And it's just more of, hey, Yaritza, how's it going? So why not? This is a real community.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, it is a community that allowed you to create your own community. So it's, it's a nice full circle. Yeah. They give what they get and they get it back, right?
For sure.
Yeah. All right, let's see. No tears, Bull. I don't think it's going to listen to us. I have a feeling. Oh boy. This year you entered a new role as an assistant principal. What has been the biggest difference between being a teacher and being an assistant principal? The Bull teased us. It gave us all the food and the stickers, and then it's like, and now let me play a little bit more with your heart, right?
I'm all about being transparent. And so I'm going to be transparent.
Well, you know you have permission to only be as transparent as you want to.
Hello, it's my birthday.
Okay.
Right? So when I was a teacher, I was able to advocate for students in a way where even if someone disagreed with what I wanted to do, I still did it, right? Because I had a strong union behind me. And I just knew if you tell me not to do one thing, I'm still going to do it. And I'm going to show you that it's effective. And then you're going to want me to do it again. In this role as an assistant principal, I'm taking a lot of my experiences as a teacher and I'm trying to implement them in a new school. The problem with that is if a school's culture is, how can I say this in a nice way? If a school's culture is built on student success, but totally different from what I deem success is, you begin to clash. Mm-hmm. And that's where I'm at now. I feel like a lot of what I'm doing is it's policing. A lot of what I'm doing is trying to show teachers there's a better way of doing things. And it's more of, yeah, but that's too much work, or no. So like, I'll give you guys an example. The pandemic hit, we all went on remote instruction. So a lot of ed tech was introduced. A lot of technology was being infused into the classroom. Now I'm here, and a lot of our teachers are using worksheets. They're back to using notebooks. And it's like that traditional way of learning. And my pushback has always been, and it still is till today, it's just we've pushed kids to use technology and to use it in a way where even adults were learning. And so why take that away? Why go back to using handouts? Why go back to having kids research just from one website as opposed to, using the internet, which is at their fingertips? And so it comes down to access. It comes down to the teachers and the staff's willingness to just go that extra mile. So that's where I'm at in the sense where you want to see students thrive. But if your teachers are not feeling the same way, or if they have, I guess, a different opinion or a different outlook on what thriving looks like, it becomes very difficult. And when you're the new person coming in, everyone's looking at you like, I'm not the problem, you're the problem, because everyone else is doing it this way. So I'm just that person that's coming in and just like, no, that doesn't make sense. Why are you not using FlipGrid? Why are you not letting students use their iPad? Why are you not encouraging students to bring those iPads the DOE gave into the classroom, use those same technology tools? We have the money, so that's not an issue. Why are you not pushing this? I tried to emphasize the fact that 96% of the jobs being offered are now in technology, are now in STEM. So how are you going to empower our students to now get those jobs, right? Because most of our students are not going to go to college. They don't want to go to college. They want to enter the workforce. And the reality is, if the schools are not providing those different outlooks or different opportunities for students to actually become better at using technology and solving equations through the use of technology, then we're actually doing our students a disservice. So my experience right now is totally different from the school where I was at, because I felt like my administrators or administrator, because there was two of them, really supported a lot of what I did. And even if there was like a question as to why I'm doing it, once I showed them like, hey, this is what I want and this is my intent, it was like I had that support. At my new school, I'm the administrator, but I also had to think about the fact that there's a lot of politics.
Yeah.
I posted a few months ago about school closing, and it seemed like a lot of folks wasn't agreeing with the fact that I posted about that. And I just felt like I'm the type of person that I have an opinion. My opinion is very strong, and I'm going to always voice it. And if you tell me that I have to delete something, or if you tell me that I'm wrong, I'm going to keep it there. And I'm just going to tell you, stop following me. So that's just where I stand now. I just feel like I was more supported before. Now I'm the person that has the opportunity to make the decisions. It's just my following, the teachers don't want to change, which is hard.
It is hard.
It's hard.
Well, and you're also, it sounds like too, that you're trying to be the administrator that you admired and that you've always wanted, but you're running into a roadblock because you've yet to meet yourself, and you need to meet a couple of yous to get them, for them to like see that they can do it, so that others can see that they can do it too. And it's really a struggle, and then also just all the other things that teachers, we just never understand unless we really sit down with administrators. There's just so much other stuff that we don't have to deal with.
Yeah.
Because you take the brunt of it, right?
Listen, if I tell you guys everything I'm dealing with, that'd be 3 more episodes. Because my principal is on maternity leave, so I'm there, and I'm a first year administrator. So I'm dealing with a lot, but every day is a new day, and every day comes with new issues. But I'm standing strong with my belief that if you introduce students to something and it works, you keep pushing it. You don't stop and work backwards. So I think that's my biggest issue. And it's always going to be my issue unless I change scenery. We have to keep providing students with those opportunities. And I'm not going to be one of those administrators to just say, well, this teacher is effective because students are passing exams or students are passing the class. I still want teachers to keep pushing our students. I want to create scholars, right? And the only way you can do that is by giving them equal choice and chance.
So I'm going to give you a little piece of encouragement. I have been married to an administrator for a very long time. We have been through some different schools because my husband and I both have what most people would consider progressive views on what education should look like. We have a lot of the same beliefs that you do with education. And when you go into a school that's a little resistant for change, it's difficult. It is very difficult to do. I know, we've been there. Just keep modeling it. Just keep doing that. I can promise you that the schools that we have been at and then we've moved on, we've left better than when we went. I'm not going to say it was easy. It was not easy. It's almost always never easy, but it's worth it. Because if you look back later, you're going to see, even though like when you're in it now, you might feel like you have a lot of resistance to you, but people are listening and people are thinking, and they're also trying to be brave to make changes. So I'm on the teacher side of it now, hopefully getting into administration at some point in time. And so I see the teacher side of it too. And sometimes they're afraid to make changes. I agree. Sometimes they're also just not willing to make changes. And that's when it gets frustrating too. So I've seen that. So keep on. You're doing the right thing.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna keep on until they fire me or until I decide, you know what, this is it. But Jen, I definitely agree with you. I'm ready to start my own school. let's do it.
My husband and I say that all the time. We should just start our own school.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
There we go. Done. Another problem solved by Doodle and Chat, you know?
There we go. Start our own schools. We got it.
Whiskey stickers, bring bell bottoms back, and let's start a new school. We'll serve empanadas, Panama style tamales with all the dipping sauces.
That's right. It.
Feed the world and educate them. All one full swoop.
That's it. Why not? Anything is possible.
It sure is
possible. All we need is just the right stakeholders to support, and we could do this. Right?
You heard it first. Another first here on Doodle and Chat. You heard it here. Future school being built right now. Done. I still am mad at the bowl. I'm gonna have to have a talk with it later. Like it was you know.
You know what? It
started off nice and sweet.
I love it.
It's all good.
I love it. I think it would this chat is necessary.
Good. And the bowl, like wait till you see the next question. Like it's just I swear to God, like it just knows.
Okay.
What is your favorite trailblazer and change maker story from McKenzie's time machine?
I really have to pick and choose.
Well, we all are. I mean, we say there's that, but we also say there are no rules. So,
So, all right. So I'm not going to choose one.
Okay.
Because
good for you.
In creating a book, my hopes was that I would just give voice to those who we really don't talk about in classrooms, right? Usually we talk about the same 5 or 6 people. We talk about Malcolm X, we talk about Martin Luther King, we talk about Rosa Parks, we talk about Harriet Tubman, but no one sits there and make the correlation between the past. No one talks about Tommy Smith. Nobody talks about the 1968 Olympics. No one talks about, Colin Kaepernick and that correlation between the two and them just standing up for what's right. And I think that, in classrooms, that's what culture response to teaching is. You want students to be able to make that connection, but also you want to introduce to them some people they never heard of. Allow them and give them the space to do their own research. In creating this book, I just felt like there's so many untold stories, but I still don't want to be the one to tell the story. So even when you open the book, you'll realize I listed some people and I might have just said what they're responsible for, but I didn't really give you that much information, because the idea is that I want educators and students, or students and students, or parents and their kids to have conversations about each page. And even when I created the manuscript, and I gave ideas for illustrations, Jen took it to like a totally different level. So where my direction was just like, hey, have them like have McKenzie go to a museum. And then I looked at Jen's illustrations. I was like, oh, sweat, hold on. Wait. So the whole purpose is, how do we create a book where folks can have these conversations? I'm tired of seeing books that sums up a person's experience. I'm tired of seeing books that are very textbook-like, right? Where you just read it and you feel like, okay, I know everything about the person, but you don't. You never researched the person. You never looked beyond what you read in those pages. And so I wanted to create that experience in a children's book, because I feel like once you educate kids and you give the parents the book in their hands and the responsibility to do it, you're really changing the game, right? So if I'm saying, Yaritza, you're going to be that person that's going to be the spokesperson for culture responsive teaching, how are you really going to implement change? It's through this book. I don't want to sit here and be the person that tells about every historical figure. It's the responsibility of every one of us to know who these people are. And so I didn't want to give a summary. I didn't want to write a textbook. I wanted to give you a little bit of information and throw out names that you should know. And if you don't know, while you're reading a story to your child or your students, now you're giving them the opportunity to research. Or before you read it to your child, like most adults do, like I know I read my books and in hopes that when I read it to McKenzie, I know what each page is already saying so I can make certain noises and sounds. You already know that question that's coming up next, which is, why this illustration, or who is this person that McKenzie's looking at? Or why is she standing on that bridge? Why is she next to John Lewis? So these are important things that adults should know and should really like get to know, especially to be a part of the conversation. We keep saying we want change. When the pandemic occurred, we talked about race. We talked about equity. We kept throwing out those words, right? Anti-racism. We threw them out so much within that year that I felt like coming into a new year, we were still going to hear them. I don't hear any of those terms anymore. I don't hear any of those terms. All of those conversations everyone wanted, big companies putting anti-racism, blogs and themes up. We don't have those conversations anymore. And so I think that it was very imperative for me to create this book. My hopes are that this text and Jen's illustrations would keep living and keep thriving, and classrooms would keep having conversations, and as many book studies as I need to do, as many classroom pop-ups that I need to do throughout the years, I would definitely do them just to encourage the opportunity for teachers to learn more about Black and Brown history.
I love it.
I'm sorry. I feel like I just did a whole keynote.
You are fabulous. No, I just, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just, take action and create conversations. Like, that's the book. Like, do something, do more, do better. Yeah. And I love that. I love your how intentional you were about how you wanted to do it. And I feel like it's fun to hear how authors are inspired, but I think to also hear about why we write a certain way or lead people through a certain story is really powerful. And I think that it's also really smart, because it also sounds to me like you're also giving teachers who might be afraid or might want to take that step into that realm, you're giving them a tool that's going to help facilitate the bravery that they want to have, right? To do that, to have that conversation. And that's just really, really exciting.
Yeah, I think so. Even when we finished the book, I was just like, okay, my work is still not done. I need to reach out to certain people. We need to make it accessible. I need to have a lesson plan with this book, because my mind is always on, if this teacher can't afford the book or the schools don't want to buy the book, how do I still get the lesson to the teacher where they can still teach those concepts, right? Mm-hmm. So who do I need to contact to make sure that there's some kind of deck of slides prepared for this book? Teachers are now using novel effect to do read alouds. Who do I have to reach out to make sure that this book is on novel effect? That way, while these teachers are reading this book aloud to students, they now have that added bonus. So I had to reach out to Novel Effect. And my brain is constantly just on, how do I get this book in the hands of folks who is not supported by their district to teach about Black history, right? So now it's, okay, after this week, I have to order 100 copies and I have to pay for it myself and I have to send it to those teachers, because we have to keep the hope alive. And I can't just be the person that's just saying, well, we have to do this, right? Now I have to be the person that says, well, if you can't afford it, I'm going to make sure that it gets into your hands. And I'm going to make sure that if they're saying you can't teach the book, then you get these slide decks and you still have a lesson plan to teach to these untold stories and experiences.
Amazing and awesome. And I just keep thinking, mustard. We started off with mustard, blew my mind. Whiskey, smelling stickers, blew my mind. FlipGrid, almost in tears. And now we're deep into the mind of Yaritza and how she feels so deeply about students. I know we're not going to get a chance to get to the question, but there's a quote that I had. It's in the bowl still, about how you never want students to know, or you never want students to feel like you gave up on them.
Yeah.
Well, students may not see your face, but educators around the world will not be able to give up on students because of the work you're doing.
Oh, I said you can't make me cry on my birthday.
I know, I was just gonna almost cry too, but you're making me cry. You're so amazing.
Stop.
I can't lie. Girl, seriously.
Listen, just think about it this way. If 1 out of every 5 people thought the way that we all think, this world will be a better place. If folks think that change is just by reading one book, and I'm going back to, the pandemic and people picking up books and believing that if you read this, then all of a sudden you're an anti-racist. Just going back to just that, and just the idea of folks don't understand that you have to constantly educate yourself. Race is a topic that a lot of people did not want to talk about before. Race is still an issue that people may say, oh, I have a Black friend, or I have a Hispanic friend, and they think that all of a sudden you're not a racist. It's an issue that our kids, Black and brown kids, have to deal with and live with every single day of their lives. And so until we really have these conversations and we really figure out ways to make them a part of our classroom conversations and activities, things are never going to be okay. Things are never going to be okay. And so I really wish that people really thought the way that we think. And even in drawing, how many teachers are really giving their kids an opportunity to draw? And that's another reason why I loved FlipGrid, because my kids drew on FlipGrid. Like, I had kids do comic book series on FlipGrid. So it's more of, how do you give the kids the tools and you allow them to show you that they're the master?
I love it. I love it. And mic drop, we're done. Oh my goodness, what an inspiring and just amazing hour to spend with you on your birthday, and just to get to soak you up. Seriously. I feel it was just a special hour to spend with you today. It's just, you're just amazing. And we're excited for everybody that joined us, that everybody who will join us after this broadcast. We encourage people to always pick up a pen and draw with us, and anybody who was here with us and drew with us, be sure to share out your Doodle and Chat on Twitter using hashtag Doodle and Chat, and you'll also be entered to win a copy of Yaritza's book. We're gonna give away 2. One's not enough. And the contest will go on through 11:30 Central Standard Time on Wednesday. Oh wait, no, today is Wednesday. And we're almost done. No, Sunday. We'll do Sunday night. We'll give everybody plenty of time to watch this show and be a part of all the fun.
I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
You are so welcome.
This has just been amazing, and I have enjoyed so much just listening to you and learning so much from you. And I just don't feel like I could capture it all in my drawing. Like when I look at this, there's so much in this drawing just for me that I got from it that I know other people won't see. But I think that's also the joy of what we do, is that when I look at this, there's so much that you said that's still there for me. So
Agreed.
Well, I stopped drawing, but I really stopped drawing. I don't even know. I think at this point, Mackenzie's 6 months and she could probably do a better job than me.
No, you did way better than you think. Seriously, you did.
That
amazing.
looks really good. Absolutely.
Love it. We love it.
I had lots of fun, and I just want to thank you both for inviting me. This was a fun way to spend my birthday.
Awesome.
No
regret. We couldn't be happier.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone that came to support. Love you guys.
Yes. Thank you guys.
To everybody. And then, go ahead.
I would say just a reminder that if you did draw tonight, we would love for you to share that out on Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag Doodle and Chat.
And then we will see everybody back here on Saturday, February 26th at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, when we are welcoming one of our own Doodle and Chatters, Lindsay Foster, and we cannot wait for that one as well. All right, we'll see everybody on Saturday.
All right, bye guys.
Bye-bye.